This is Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news and intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversations. 96.9 FM. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
We're back at you on the Sunday, March 8th edition of the Press Box. Yours truly, Naughty, along with Stat Boy in the building. Right up until 1 p.m. We'll be joined in short order by Earl the Pearl, and Mega should be chiming in. Mega was a lot under the weather last week. If he's up and running this week, I'm sure he'll be chiming in. But we have lots to talk about on this Sunday edition, this Sunday, March 8th edition of the Press Box. Obviously being brought to you by the Island Game. And if you wanna, not just watch, you wanna watch the game to win, then of course it is all about the Island Game. The game you know, the friends you trust. And the Island Game, like I tell you, always reminds you responsibly, but be sure to check out their website. Simply log on to theislandgame.com. Theislandgame.com. Check out the new website. Multiple plays to play, multiple ways to win. And like I said, in-game betting, single game bets, multiple game parlays, prop bets, teaser bets, you name it, they got it. All right? Like I say, go on, check out the new site, play it, no pun intended. And see how you play and see how you win. And obviously, big reminder, it is March. Conference tournaments are going on right now. You know how this month goes. It is all about March Madness, all about men's and women's college basketball. So if you want to play and win on college basketball, it's all about the Island Game. Again, like I told you, simply log on to theislandgame.com. Check out the brand new sports book, the multiple ways to play, the multiple ways to win. But the Island Game always reminds you to play responsibly. Also being brought to you by Green Parrot. Be sure to check them out throughout the week. Great lunch specials. Great weekly specials in the evening for dinner, entertainment-wise as well. And always the spot. All right, be sure to check out all your NBA action right there at Green Parrot. All right, so we're here. 11:15 a.m. is the time. Time change. Pimp slap plenty of y'all this morning. I don't hear what nobody wants to say. It did. And I don't know about you, Pearly. I definitely know you wasn't a part of it because you was asleep.
Yep.
But somebody went to bed early last night, Andoni.
Uh-huh.
And he slept through the time change.
Uh-huh.
So when he sprung up today, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, about, I'm hungry at 7:20 in the morning, that was really brutal. It's really painful. And then I realized the time had changed. And I'm still feeling it. I'm still hurting, you know?
I could say something, but I won't say it.
Don't.
Hey, Stat Boy got a haircut.
It did. Like it all. Your hair's
I
braided and I got a
like
cut.
the lineup. Yeah, way
Thanks,
to go.
man. Appreciate
Dude, sharp.
Now, like I say, we got lots to talk. Obviously, you know, we're in that tweener time in sports.
You keep calling this tweener time. There's no tweener time in this baseball.
No, oh, God, Pearly. Look,
Especially when there's Dodger baseball.
I don't want to take anything away from your love for the game of baseball. We know when it comes to this crew, Your favorite sport is baseball.
Well, you know, that's a
Your
twitch about
favorite-
football. That's a twitch.
Correct, but your favorite sport is baseball.
Yeah, yeah.
Mine is football, a twitch about basketball. I think basketball could jump football once LeBron you retire. That remains to be seen.
Well, I don't. Yeah, but as long as he's there, they're far number 3.
But as far as basketball goes, I am an admitted college basketball junkie like what you are to base.
Do you have a favorite team?
Well, growing up was the Georgetown Hoyas.
Fair enough. Yeah. Bro.
Yeah,
All right?
yeah.
And I'll tell you,
Patrick Ewing and
What was the name of the coach? They had a great coach.
John Thompson with the
Pass,
towel.
Yeah.
so that was Georgetown was the team for me. And,
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
tell you why. I watched them lose to Michael Jordan, James Worthy,
I watched it
Sam
too.
Perkins, couple others. When Jordan hit that baseline jumper, and there was Eric Sleepy Floyd.
yeah.
They had another guard, Gus Smith or Gene Smith. Gene Smith.
Yeah.
And bless his heart, Gene Smith came down, and in the most critical moment of the game, he literally turned and passed it to James Worthy, like literally passed it to Worthy.
Yeah, it was a serious mental.
It was a mental breakdown. Now, he did go on to have a good pro career after that. Another great guard on that team was Eric Sleepy Floyd, who went on to play for Golden State and was a great pro for years.
Yeah.
Those Sleepy Floyd was who caught my eye with Georgetown. And then
Okay.
I started watching Georgetown, and I was like, well, wait a minute. Sleepy Floyd off the chain. But who's this big kid? And that was Patrick Ewing.
Okay.
And then along came a year later after they lost to Worthy and Jordan in the finals. The next year they recruited Reggie Williams and David Wingate.
Didn't they have Michael Graham too?
Michael Graham,
Only lasted a year.
and Michael Graham was in
Yeah.
that class.
Yeah.
And then he was one and done, but he was a big part of why they won. But if you look at it, Reggie Williams and David Wingate were two very underrated pros in the NBA, had very long careers, especially Wingate.
Yeah.
And he was a great role player for many NBA champion teams and on those Knicks teams as well with Pat Riley. Reggie Williams was out there with the Clippers and the Spurs and a couple other teams, but Reggie was always a great scorer too. So there they go, and they took on the great Akeem Olajuwon and the Houston Cougars with Clyde Drexler, Akeem Olajuwon, and I think at one point we had a Bahamian on that squad as well too, for one of those runs. But Houston was loaded, coached by Guy Lewis with the checkered towel, and of course, nobody expected John Thompson and the Hoyas to go ahead and go in and win, but sure enough, they went in and Ewing was dominant against Olajuwon. And obviously, Drexler played a good game. Houston played a good game, but they were the number one squad. Georgetown went in on a mission and beat them. Then the following year in 85, that was 84. Then in 85, they lost to Villanova. Georgetown went back to the final, but lost to Villanova. Team coached by Rolly Massimino.
Yeah.
And good old Italian-American Catholic boy from
Fundamental team. They killed them with fundamental basketball.
Easy team.
Yep.
All right, they had a couple other pros that was on that team. Dwayne McClain was in the league
Yep.
for a minute or two. And that was an underrated squad that came out of nowhere, but they expected, to win. I didn't expect them to win, but they had a little Cinderella to them. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I didn't expect that to happen, but Georgetown, you know what I mean, lost to Villanova. I was a huge Big East fan. So I grew up on the Sunday after church. And I would come home, and if no NBA was on, you would always catch Big East basketball. St. John's with Luke Hornacek and the Ugly Sweaters. John Thompson with Georgetown. Rolly Massimino with Villanova. Then you had a very young, he's at Louisville now, Rick Pitino.
Yep.
Came in at Providence, in the Providence program around. And when you looked at the Big East, they had very competitive basketball all the way through. So that was something that ESPN used to push to, right after Sports Center in the night. So I'd watch Big East basketball.
Yeah.
Then it came, I caught a glimpse in the early 90s. All right? Of a team in the Western Athletic Conference, coached by another Tower Chomper, Jerry the Shark Tarkanian. And that was the University of Nevada, Las Vegas Running Rebels. And that team had Greg Anthony, Anderson Hunt, Moses Scurry, Larry Johnson, and my personal friend, who everybody knows, I one of my best friends in the world, Stacey Augman, who played 16 years in the NBA. That UNLV team was absolutely dominant the year they won. Nobody could see them. And they had the perfect blend of defense and run and gun basketball that everybody loved. So I was a fan of UNLV for a portion of time there. And Stacey and I became friends after they won, not before. But at the end of the day, I'll always scratch my head. They went back a year later and lost to Duke with a young Bobby Hurley and Grant Hill and a kid named Christian Leitner. And that was one of Krzyzewski's big turning points in his career.
Christian hit that big shotty.
That was on the road too.
To it, yeah.
But killed Kentucky with that
But he
turnaround shot.
He was crap in the NBA.
No, Pearly, when you look
You
at
thought
it,
he was good in the NBA?
I won't say he was good, but when you look at his numbers over his 12 or 14 year career, like 15 and 9.
Yeah,
night
I guess
in
so.
and night
I guess
out.
he was. Let me put it this way then. He wasn't the superstar in college in the pros that he was in college. He was just a role player, more or less so.
But when you look back at that draft, Shaq and Leitner. And Shaq even put it in a rhyme. I was taking number 1, and word is born in, not Christian Leitner, not Alonzo Mourning. Not to be brash and not to be braggadocious, but Shaq is smackadocious. Something like that with the Fushnikins
Something
back
like
in the
that.
day.
Yeah, I remember it.
But make a long story short, that was a great, solid college basketball team. And then, as it started progressing to the one, and I'll tell you a word of lie, I didn't really have an affection for any particular team like that. I just watched it for what it is. Pure, good basketball. Screens, box out, pick and rolls, running offenses. You don't see that in the NBA no more.
I used to like Kentucky.
And then there was the Kentucky time there, but I kind of didn't
With
like
Bowie.
Kentucky. I was kind of the anti-Kentucky hero. I was like, all right, I'm getting sick of this Kentucky foolishness. Anybody who could beat Kentucky, let's pull for them.
Okay.
And like I said, I became a fan. Over the years, I saw the Arkansas team coached by Nolan Richardson that did really well with Scotty Barnes and all of them that won a national championship.
Yep.
Had all of them, went on to play for the Phoenix Suns. So they had a moment there that there was a good run. You had the Duke run. I was a big-time Duke hater, big fan of North Carolina.
Still am.
Correct. So that's kind of how. But I am a fan of college basketball, like you are to baseball, Pearly. So,
But while I don't like Duke, I love Cameron Boozer.
yeah, man.
That kid is something else. That kid is
And
something
he got
else.
better stats than his pops.
He's a better player than his pop was at that time. I mean, he's yeah.
So you asked
He
me.
put it on North Carolina
Yeah.
yesterday.
So you asked me, like, okay, so I've become more of a fan of the players in the game and the coaches over the last, 2 decades, because I just like to watch the game. And I still like the fact you could turn on the TV at 11 o'clock in the night, 11:30 in the night, and still catch a West Coast game or two, and it's all good.
And you know what? I fell asleep on the BYU game last night, and BYU came back to win that.
What his name is?
Yeah.
That kid is legit.
Yeah.
First round pick on him. For
Top 10,
sure.
probably.
Top 10. Top 5.
Possible.
But make a long story short, so I get it. So now I'm going to pivot back. Tell us, Pearly, how good do you feel? World Baseball Championships going on. And let me tell you, before you get into it,
Listen, Linda.
I just want to tip my hat to Brazil. I think Brazil did something very forward-thinking. They have 3 potential major league pitchers
It's
in the
17-year-old
pipeline.
high school kid.
And they started played 3 17-year-old pitchers. They started one, they brought one out of the bullpen, they had another one, and these kids are getting great relief. And what impressed me, a couple of them got hit, but they got made a couple of major leaguers out.
One threw a 98 mile per hour fastball to Judd, and got Judd to hit into a double play.
Correct.
17-year-old high school kid. And then they also got a kid from Columbia University who's a pitcher for Columbia as well.
Correct, who played well. But those 3 17-year-old arms, they have rotation for the World Baseball Classic, but I'm sure they're in major league pipelines right now. I think that was great experience for them to get out there.
If
at a
they're not
young
in the
age.
pipeline by now, they will be in the pipeline.
They will be in the
before
pipeline.
the month is out.
Correct.
But
Right.
I'm enjoying it. I got up early and saw a piece of the Japan game. Otani is he's like in mid-season form already. Got about 3 home runs. The Americans aren't batting the way I thought they would
they
be batting.
pitching.
But the pitching, Scuba was mean to the Great Britain, to the Bahamians last
Wait,
night.
hold on. Scuba nasty.
He was mean to the Bahamians. I mean, he
nasty.
just shut jaws right down. He was mean to them last night. But the Dominicans,
Hold on a second. Speaking of the Bahamians on the Great Britain team, keep an eye out for Ian Lewis.
yeah.
I think without nobody looking, Ian Lewis cracks that Marlins lineup this year, you know.
He possibly could. He's Bahamian?
Yes, but
Because they had him they don't have him registered as born in the Bahamas.
that is another don't blink nephew Pearly.
Okay. All right.
Ian, there was a play where he slid into second, saw the ball coming, pops up mid-slide, okay? Pops up off the slide,
Get up and go slide, yeah.
rounds the base, goes to third, and they called him out. They said he missed the base. And in true Bahamian fashion, he was like, no, boy. Replay. And sure enough, he caught the corner of the bag on second, went to third. So now they had runners on second and third. But the speed and agility he showed me.
I watch him.
Then I looked at what he did at the plate. He was 2 for 4 at the plate. They
Yeah.
played him at shortstop.
Yeah.
They played Jazz at second.
Second,
And I'm
yeah.
like, okay, there's something. And if you look at that Florida lineup, like we say every year this time, there are key positions in our Marlins lineup that anybody could take with a good spring training, especially somebody who's been in their system, like an Ian Lewis,
Yeah.
who they know, who they're familiar with, and he deserves a chance to play.
He sure does. And then Christian Robinson had a good play last night. Robin Will Smith.
He's another one who I
extra
think
base hit.
I have him coming up for a cup of coffee this year,
Yeah.
and I have B.J. Murray Jr. coming up for a cup of coffee this year,
while he
too.
has not hit the ball well, has played pretty good on face base. I watch him take something of the dirty of the face.
B.J. old school. He
Yeah.
like Gwynn and Carew and George Brett, and that dude could hit. He's
Yes.
a flat-out hitter.
Yeah.
He ain't got power.
Yeah.
But he could still go to a Major League Park and go
Like-
2 for 4, 2 for 3 every day with a couple of base hits and all the
it's
eyes.
like his pops.
Yes, sir. The great Bertie Murray
It's
Sr.
like Brady. No, that's his grandpa.
A grandpa.
Yeah.
No, but I think he get better than both of them, actually.
Don't let Brady hear you say that.
Definitely better than his daddy. And I want his daddy. Let's go to the phone lines real quick. Press box.
Gentlemen, you like this hour, this early hour ahead? How you all are just waking up with joy?
I feel like I get beat up, man.
Not really, but you sound bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. What's going on with you, Muffro?
Okay, first of all, I'd like to send my condolences to Ray Minor Sr. and his family.
Yes, condolences.
Yes.
I heard about that, and my thoughts and prayers go out to the Minus family, the whole clan, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes. And then, boy, I know your wife feeling good, but that's a big comeback, 25 points in the third quarter, man. Come back to win that game, man.
Muff.
But,
Muff, why you bringing this up?
Muff, you don't think Muff, hold on. I use my boy, okay? And just how I know you ride the Dolphins and you ride your Miami Heat and all of that. I know you ride for Team MJ. It's okay. But you got to take into consideration, man. Cut me some slack. You don't think I didn't hear about that all the rest of the night last night?
But I only using the comparison of how they come back as the Nets, the Pistons, Detroit, how they let the number 15 team.
No,
a
but-
team would lose 10 straight.
but hold on,
come back
speaking-
and win that game last night, man.
Speaking of the Nets, and we'll talk about it when we get into basketball, right? But I mean the Pistons. The Spurs quietly the other night punched the Pistons clean in the mouth.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay? I've been telling you all this from early in the season. And I told you, I'm not being a homer. I'm not doing this to suck up to my wife. I got other ways I could do that. And I'll be honest with you.
Mike.
Like, I'm just saying.
Really?
Probably, how long you know me to ever give a Spurs team credit?
Never.
You know that it
I'm
was.
just trying to figure
Hold
what's
on.
going on. I'm trying to figure if you the dog.
One second, you know,
history.
you know that begrudgingly I would walk off
Oh, yeah.
after the
Yeah,
fact
you
and be
would.
like, all right, I tip my hat to y'all,
Yeah, yeah.
wifey, y'all beat us, but I still don't like y'all props. I've been on this team from early, and I said, look, they put it together well. Popovich and the crew in the front office put it together well. They're well coached. They got a good, listen, Fox at the point guard, solid. Castle, that guard, is absolutely ridiculous. He is nice.
Right.
Vassell does a little bit of everything, and he's nice. Then you got
Johnson.
You got the drink that stirs the straw in Barnes. You got Ramby,
Ron Harper Jr.
Listen, not Ron Harper Jr. I'm just gonna tell you, that little kid is a freaking problem.
Right.
He is a problem child. Not only this year, but watch him. He's end up in the starting lineup for that Spurs squad. They are deep. Statboy help me. They got who? Champagne,
yeah.
who
He
started
starts.
off the bench, and he
Starts.
puts up points. Listen, this team is well coached. It's well rounded. They got a little bit of everything. Watch out for San Antonio. They are a good squad.
Are you picking them to do something this year?
I think, and I said it last week, and I'll say it again. I'll stand by it. I have the Oklahoma City Thunder and the San Antonio Spurs in the Western Conference Finals, barring injury and barring total meltdown.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a great old school classic in the Eastern Conference. The Celtics over the Knicks in the semifinal to get to the final to take on the Detroit Pistons. And
But
I got
Marty,
Boston and
the
Detroit in the
But
East.
you know something? I hear you.
Hold on a second. Go ahead, Mom.
Go ahead.
No, Muff. You go ahead, Muff. You the caller.
Okay,
Go ahead,
then I
Muff.
can hang up and then I can listen to yours.
Go ahead, Muff.
The Spurs, I mean, not the Spurs, the Pistons will lose 3 straight because they got Miami at 6 o'clock a little later today.
I love it. I
But what
love
I'm
it.
going to say to is Tatum look good, man. He almost had a triple-double for his first game for missing 200-something games.
Yeah,
he look good, man.
He look
good.
okay. He still got some work.
And then see him in the second seat, man, and he just coming there with and contributing like that.
I think those are the 4 you're going to see to go to the championship. And I think if the Spurs get there, they beat whoever comes out of the East. And if Oklahoma City gets there, they beat whoever comes out of the East.
I agree with
Yeah,
that.
now let me.
No, I think if the
let me-
Knicks get it, I don't think the Spurs can beat the Knicks.
Muff, good stuff, man.
Naughty.
will have to get there.
Let me end with this.
Yeah.
You see, last night in Atlanta, you had the Minister of Youth and Sports, the Bahamas Consulate, Anthony Moss, and with 70 Bahamians, 3 big Bahamian flags, and ain't none of the Bahamians play. Buddy ain't play, and VJ ain't play. The 2 of them are so. That's what you always be talking about all the time. Paying all these money.
So you mean they run up a game just to go watch the rest of them 2 dead squads? They're going to watch match
They
day.
planned that to do a Bahamian night as you know.
All right,
This is
listen.
silly.
I can finish. Listen, great show, gentlemen.
All right,
Great
brother.
show.
All right,
All right. Yeah.
You know this is silly season.
I know it was planned, all right? I know they've done a little promotion and all. I only poking fun right now, but at the end of the day, sadly, Buddy didn't play. I don't know what's going on in Atlanta. They should have just let him, they should have bought him out and let him sign wherever. He could have been with the Lakers already.
Yeah.
Finally.
Or he could have ended up
But-
on a team
but I wanna-
like San Antonio, who could always use that extra shooting off the bench. And you know Popovich likes to be
Yeah, but
loaded.
San Antonio
Mitch Johnson, Popovich is not the coach anymore.
Mitch, I know, but hold
Popovich
on.
pulling the strings. Popovich
Popovich pulling everything. No
No,
disrespect to Mitch
disrespect.
Johnson. Nice
Yes.
young coach, well-spoken, great interview. But as long as you see Pops up there looking like Obi-Wan Ben Kenobi,
Okay.
Just
Okay.
the Miami Heat coach. What's his name again?
Spoelstra.
Pat Riley was pulling the strings for many years. He had to earn his wings.
No. That's
But-
totally
but-
different.
but
No.
Spo
He didn't
did,
have to
though.
pull any strings because that's his son.
What?
If y'all don't know by now, that's Pat Riley. Like how they old people say, outside child, my name ain't naughty. You listen, it's more than strings there, stat boy. LeBron
look
James said,
nothing
get rid of the coach. LeBron gone.
Yep.
Dwayne Wade got upset to the later years. See you later. Take your stats
For
and
real.
retire, Dwayne. Come along. Shaquille O'Neal. You talking smack to Spoelstra, you got to go too.
Thing is,
Yep.
Spo wasn't hired as coach yet because Pat Riley was the Heat coach in 06 when they won their first.
Yeah,
win
but
over the
Spo
but
was an
afterwards,
assistant.
when time
yeah,
ago.
the head assistant.
I've seen some kinks in the armor of Detroit.
I agree.
They need more scoring help. So I don't see them going.
The injury to Rich Thompson kid, is it Ansar?
I'm not even worried, but no, even with him.
Asu.
Even Asu, one of
That's
them.
hard, but
But even though they only could go as far as Cunningham carries them, I don't see them this year. I think they're a year ahead. I think next year you'll see a better team, but they need another scorer. I see the kink in the armor.
I think the injury to Thompson is going to hurt them because
Yeah.
he plays a lot of defense for
Yeah,
them and,
yeah.
and comes with timely scoring.
Yeah.
But I do think outside of Durden and outside of Cunningham, they really do need another proven scorer because I think they can unleash Durden in his own right down low under the bucket and get extra points out of him. But at the end of the day, I think they do need a scorer, somebody who could come off the bench, preferably.
A good veteran.
No, let me tell you the point right now who could give you that score and come off the bench or start. And they need backcourt help. Malik Monk, Sacramento Kings.
Okay.
I don't hate that at all.
Malik Monk, Sacramento Kings.
He's being wasted away in Sacramento. They were just in the playoffs.
That's a
this season, going
guaranteed-
out there a waste again.
That's the new Vinnie Johnson in Detroit.
Yeah.
Bring him off
Okay.
the bench and he give you 15 easy.
But
easy.
I think it will be the Knicks.
In the finals?
I think the Knicks will make it end.
No.
They'll battle with Boston.
I think Boston's got them this time around.
I just have a feeling that this is the Knicks year. They battled so many times and gotten so close that I think they've learned, and I think the Knicks will be in the NBA Finals this year, and I think it will be against OKC again, and I think
I don't
OKC
know.
will probably beat them. But I wouldn't be
San
surprised.
Antonio's got OKC's number 2 though. That's
No, but when that's one thing I've learned about this watching this thing, and Naughty probably could attribute this. Don't worry what you see in the regular season,
true.
because that's one and done. When I say one and done, one game, move on to the next
you
one.
think there's
Then
any
you
way-
got to play a series when there's adjustments to be.
But do you think there's a way they stop Wemby and stop that team? For 7 games. Because it's 7 games they have to do it.
I think they don't have to go. So they have to win 4. So it don't have
Yeah,
to be
you
7.
have to win 4. But
I think
in
they
a
can.
7-game
I think they
series-
can. I think they can. It isn't whether they can stop Wemby, It's whether they can stop.
Castle and Fox.
No. It's whether San Antonio could stop.
Shea?
Yeah. Ain't nobody. And you know something.
no.
Shay's
Hold
gonna
on.
get
And
in
I
it.
want to bring this up. I want to
But
start a
Shay's
little
gonna get to
argument
the
here. Hold
stripe,
on, let me
man.
just bring this up.
All right, let me just make this quick point before you start the argument. Until Oklahoma City can consistently prove that they can match up and beat the San Antonio Spurs, you cannot tell me after being 3-1 so far for the season against them that the Spurs are not in their head and the Spurs don't have their number. And the Spurs play extremely confident against OKC.
So we say
And
the
I
same
think-
thing about the Knicks and the Spurs then.
and I think the undoing of the Spurs are they will pop. Correct. It's the same way the Knicks on the Spurs. It's the same way the Spurs will pop a top-notch opponent, not named the New York Knicks. Beat them.
Yeah.
They've done it recently. Detroit, the most recent example. But they will turn around the next night and let the Brooklyn Nets take them to overtime.
And that's
And they'll still
you know why
win.
that is? That's the
Because-
experience. That's a young team. And I think when it comes down to the end into the Western Conference final or semifinals, when you got a gut check and when experience will pay off, that's where OKC is better. Now, I think OKC is probably the dirtiest team in the league.
Now, hold on.
Agreed.
7-game series, too, is a
Agreed.
totally different animal
Yes,
than
that's what I'm
night
saying.
in, night out on the NBA.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
have no gripes with that take. That,
OKC is the dirtiest team in the league. I
agree.
And
I can't
Excuse
watch
me,
them anymore.
I will not allow you to talk about my boy on the all-name team. Who?
No.
Luguel Dents?
Flip him too, because look at what he did to Jokic.
Just say the name for me, please.
Luguentz Dort. Him from Montreal.
I just love the name.
From Montreal. Yes.
And he's
Because
from, hold on, he is from Montreal, Canada.
of I think Haitian descent. Yeah.
I think so.
Do you
And
think-
very,
Dort.
very proud.
now at that level of Larry Bird, foul!
Yes.
You just tap
he
him
is.
on the shoulder,
He's
they call
getting-
it a foul.
Not only is he getting to that
And he's
level,
getting away with everything.
not only is he getting to that level, they're allowed to get away with the most dirt to people.
You saw
mean,
the
did you see what
charge
they
that
did
he
to
I can't
Jokic?
remember who the player was. He charged. I mean, he barreled through him. And
Shea
that's
is
the
just-
first time I saw Mike. What's Mike's last name? The coach.
For who?
It was
Brown?
who's the next coach?
Mike Brown.
Mike Brown. Yeah, that's the first time I seen him get a technical
Yeah, he was irate.
in forever.
Because OKC's allowed to do, like Chris Finch said it, the Timberwolves head coach, like, you can't touch them, but they get dirty and physical with you.
Well.
And it's like, as much as I respect OKC, I can't watch it.
Yeah, they're dirty.
I
They're
can't.
very physical. They're a dirty team.
I saw a
They
meme.
remember-
I saw a meme the other
with
day
Bill
on
Lambert.
Instagram. I was scrolling, and somebody said, "Oh, I just turned on the Thunder game, and would you look at this?" And it's Shea at the free throw line. And I mean, Harden used to foul bait. A lot of players foul bait to get to the line. I could live with that, but it's the dirt they get away with.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
I
yeah.
it's so hard to watch.
It's what? It's
but
rough.
that's why I love watching the Pistons more, the Spurs more, even the Timberwolves more, the Celtics more. I hate to say it, but the Celtics are overachieving this year like crazy.
They are. Yeah, they are. Are they overachieving? Because I mean, they were defending
No,
champs,
But
and anybody else
Holiday,
there.
Malcolm Brogdon,
That's true.
Kristaps
That's true.
Porzingis, like
That's
the
true.
nucleus that they had in 24 that beat that Mavericks team, and that Mavericks team shouldn't have been broken up.
Yeah.
That team would be a contender right now with Luka, Kyrie, and their two bigs. But Nico Harrison is just, I don't even know.
Nico Harrison is a clown.
He's an inside
who should
agent,
never be
like-
given a job in the NBA
But
again.
you know, we beating up on Nico Harrison. You think he made them decisions by himself?
No. Pearly, let me
Come on, man,
recap
let's
this
be
for
real.
you. Let me recap this for you.
Okay.
Nico bungled Steph Curry at Nike.
He did.
When he had to do the presentation to Steph Curry at
Yes.
Nike, he showed him KD's shoes.
Not only that, he spelled his name as Steven.
Right. That was the first rumbling. He'd been in the Nike program. He'd been a shoe agent and an agent.
Yeah.
I get players, to sign to Nike and get them their shoe deals. He'd always been in the NBA circles. Good friend with Rob Pelinka, GM of the Lakers, and other GMs around the league.
Huh, good friend of Rob Pelinka. Huh.
Here's the deal. Hold on. Here's where he comes in. Now follow me. Nico Harrison goes from a relative shoe deal bungling Nike sales agent to the general manager of the Dallas Mavericks. Partially under Cuban's regime, with an eye to the new regime, meaning Cuban wanted to sell his shares. The league wanted him to sell. No problem. Here comes casino and hotel heiress and her family.
And then Patrick Dumont, I think is his name. Yeah.
And she wants to,
No, Patrick Dumont's like son-in-law's
the
name. I'm
son-in-law.
going to get
All
the
right.
mother-in-law's name
but
now.
she's the matriarch of the family, the string puller, the money getter. Because they own casinos.
Miriam Adelman, that's who
Now,
it is.
Adelman wants to
Or
move
Adelson,
to
sorry,
Dallas.
yes, Adelson.
Adelson. She wants to move to Dallas and open casinos in Dallas. It's not going to work. Can't happen. So she comes up with the bright idea. I'm going to buy the Mavericks from Mark Cuban, and I'm going to use that as leverage to get casinos, and I'll build hotels and casinos in this arena. That didn't work because Texas is a good old boy network. There's a reason there's no casinos in Texas. If the good old boys wanted casinos in Texas, what would be in Texas, Pearly?
Casinos.
Casinos up the wazoo.
Cattle all around it.
Thank you very much. But they don't want that there. That's not their kind of model. They make money off the oil and the different things.
And the cattle.
And she was very insistent.
Want a good steak? Go to Texas.
So she said, okay, the league shut it down. The governor, the board of governors of the Mavericks shut it down. Ain't nothing happening with the casino. So guess what she said? Okay. Y'all know me, I have no casinos. Watch what I do to your franchise. I can bottom this right out and tell y'all I can sell it for peanuts on the dollar. And what did Nico Harrison do shortly after? Trade Luka Doncic for Anthony Davis and pieces, and the rest is history.
And
it
that's
came-
where I was getting to that.
and it came on a phone call from Nico Harrison to Rob Pelinka because of their tight-knit relationship from early in the shoe companies. They had coffee, according to Pelinka.
Oh my God.
The die started rolling. The die was cast. Luka ends up in L.A. Davis is now in Washington. Dallas is in the pits. Cuban trying to buy back from the
He's trying to pull a Portnoy, tank the value, and buy it back.
correct.
Yeah.
They're holding on for their life because they want a casino. They're going to continue to bottom out the franchise. So that is why all of that went down.
I understand
That
that.
is why, in my opinion,
Yeah, but with Nico, I think he had a better understanding of Luka than Rob Pelinka does, because that Dallas team recognized the weaknesses that Luka brought and fixed that team to protect him. They had a rim protector. They had him
They
protected.
had two. But that's how you build a team. You build a team to the weaknesses of your
And
generational star.
unless Pelinka is waiting for LeBron to go so that he can do some other things,
This ain't working, man.
but it ain't working the way it is now.
It's not.
It's
'Cause
not.
That 2020 had Doncic, Kyrie Irving, PJ Washington,
Yep.
Gafford and Lively starting at the same time.
Yep.
And it was a title nucleus. And they had Hardaway Jr. off the bench, somebody else off the bench. I think Hardy, a couple good solid pieces they could have added to and retooled to the
Yep,
bench. That
exactly.
starting five, they went up against Boston, who was just the best team in basketball that year. And they had experience losing to Golden State 2 years prior in the finals.
Yep.
But that Dallas team would be a contender right now.
Yep.
I'm no Mavericks fan, but I just feel for people in
They
Dallas.
blew
who are
up
like-
that team.
'cause
That
you-
team, like I agree with Stat Boy. That had a young nucleus: Kyrie Irving, Luka Doncic, all those players.
Because, mind you, sorry, not to cut you off. Dallas went to the finals and Dallas beat them in 6.
Yep.
That team was special. I think that team should have been kept together, and they should have added the pieces to that team, the little minor pieces that were needed on that team for that team to go all the way. I personally think they're going to stay in turmoil until they can figure it out or resell the Cuban or find a new owner. I don't think they're going to be a factor. I think Nico Harrison should never be set foot in the NBA arena
I
again.
don't.
But look at what the
Maybe because he acquiesced to the owners.
you can't tell me sometimes that this stuff don't have deeper rumblings behind it. And I'm gonna just leave it at that. Because
Probably so.
You mean to tell me the exact off season after you trade Luka mid-season, you get Cooper Flag? I mean, I'm
And
sorry.
it
it's
looked like,
the
it looked
Knicks
like they may
getting
end up with
ruined.
Cameron Boozer too. The way they
Like,
go
like,
it.
honestly,
now, hold
like,
on, now, Stat Boy, me and Pearly could tell you.
like Ewing, you
We
could
sat down and watched one day
The bent
when out of
part of
nowhere,
vote, right?
Patrick, you invented the New York Knicks. You remember that draft?
Yep.
And that was the first time they did the televised NBA draft with
The lottery.
with the lottery balls and
The
everything.
Lakers did it in the early 80s.
with who though? Magic.
They got Magic. Was it for the flip of the coin for Magic or the flip of the coin for Worthy?
It was a coin flip.
For the number 1 pick.
It was a coin flip for the number 1 pick with Magic and Bird, I think. And
All
I
right,
think
so-
Bird came out a year early.
No.
Bird was out a year earlier.
Yeah,
No.
79.
Magic and Bird played in the NCAA championship games that year when Michigan State beat Indiana State.
Right.
And then Bird was the number 1 pick, and Magic was Lakers' number 1 pick.
Right.
No, yeah, but Bird came out in 1970. No, wasn't
They
he?
came out the same
I'll
year
research.
together because Bird was Rookie of the Year that
He
year.
was a senior.
No, Bird was drafted in 1978, first round, 6th overall pick.
So then, and then what? He stayed in college that year.
Might have, yeah. I think, yeah, he got picked by Boston, but they just didn't get him until 79.
So
got him a
they
year
drafted. All right. So they held on to his rights.
Okay.
later. Right,
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah,
exactly.
He entered in 79 to 80.
But I
like
know
Magic.
he was Rookie of the
You're
Year
right.
because Pat Riley walked in and told Magic Johnson in the locker room
Yeah,
before
you-
a playoff game, 32-0, and he said, "What's that?" And they go, "Rookie of the Year voting. Bird beat you 32-0."
The
That
Magic.
just set him off.
Yeah.
And from that day to this, Magic will eat Bird on site. Try to drive away, Magic will do it.
Yep. And then
But
you
the
then you
Rivals were
had
good friends too, though.
yeah, they're very
that
good
was-
friends.
That was
They're best of
one the
friends.
great things I
Taking
love.
nothing away from their friendship now. No.
but
No.
The only reason I mention that is because a lot of times you'll see online, a lot of older fans will say, "Oh, I miss when the NBA had these heated rivalries and players hated each other." The only real example is Isaiah and Michael Jordan. But
Isaiah
Magic
hated
and
the
Bird-
world. Isaiah hated the
I'm
world.
aware, but like I'm saying, Magic and Bird, like it wasn't always.
No, that was the media hype.
But
then didn't Worthy come the next year?
Worthy came. No, Worthy.
Or the 2 years after?
Worthy came in '84.
Okay.
Because remember he was on a North Carolina team with Jordan that won the national
Yes,
championship.
he was. You're correct.
So Worthy came in '83 or '84, and he broke his leg the first year. So we really didn't understand James until '85 when he came off the bench and helped the Lakers win the championship.
Okay.
But big game James Worthy, to me, the best drop
But
step.
the way the
in-
Lakers got him, trying to talk about.
they traded. They made a trade.
Yeah.
They made a trade. They traded up and got James Worthy. They traded a couple of pieces Worthy.
And then that's when the league was 7 or 8 rounds.
Correct.
And that's when Kirk Rambis was in the 8th round pick.
Garbage man
Boy, but he was
from Santa Clara.
Santa Clara.
But
Then you got Byron Scott. Did it. I mean, they got some players.
Byron Scott, I think, was Arizona State.
Yeah, he was Arizona State.
All right, but we got some lined up right now. We're gonna get to this because we're getting ready to wrap this first hour, and then we get into the second hour, which is all NFL. We got to talk Dolphins. Got to talk Cowboys. We got to talk stinking dirty. Off of 2 first-round
big
picks.
move.
Dirty Bird.
Big
Baltimore
move. Let's win
Ravens.
now. Don't worry, but later. Win now.
Right. So we're going to talk all of that coming up. We got the NFL lined up. So we'll chime in on that. But like I said, I don't want it to go unnoticed. 2 things. First and foremost, we lost a legend this week in the NBA. You just mentioned Isaiah Thomas. And there was a point in time where there were 3 individuals that were the very best of friends. Magic Johnson, Isaiah Thomas, and Mark McGuire. And sadly,
Played for 3 different teams.
this
McGuire?
week we lost Mark McGuire.
No.
Yeah.
He had been in decline. He had had a stroke before.
Yeah.
He had had some health issues.
Yeah.
He had another series of strokes and he passed away. But Mark Maguire, I want you. Mark Aguirre, sorry. Mark Aguirre.
Yeah,
Not
Aguirre, not
Maguire.
Maguire,
Mark
that's the baseball
Aguirre.
Yeah.
Mark Aguirre at one point in time was one of the baddest scorers in the league, period.
It don't say he's dead.
From
Yeah, he died.
DePaul University. It made that from
Yeah.
DePaul University. He went on to play in the NBA, but he became famous. He was with the Dallas Mavericks.
Yeah.
Played with Rolando Blackman,
Yeah.
Thingham Cummins,
Yeah. Terry Cummins.
Terry Cummins, a couple other good players, and he ended up Derek Harper at the
Yeah.
point guard.
Yeah.
They had a good squad. White boy Mark Davis off the bench for
Yeah,
three.
that's right. I forgot about him.
I don't see any reports saying he's passed.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, if I stand to be corrected, then I stand to be corrected. But I remember talking.
Yeah.
So
But then the next loss was one of the greatest NCAA
football
football coaches
in
leading
Lou Holtz.
Notre Dame to a national title in the great Lou Holtz.
And then
Go ahead.
then you also had, Lou Holtz was, like I said, Minnesota coach at one point in time, Notre Dame coach at one point in time, part of those heated rivalries with the University of Miami Hurricanes. So at the end of the day, sad to see him go. He was very entertaining.
But that was a great loss to college football. Lou Holtz had a lot of insight. A lot of Freeman, who's the existing Notre Dame coach right now, in an interview just before the national championship, talked about how Lou Holtz was an advisor to him and helped him acclimatize himself with being the head coach at a great school like Notre Dame.
There you go. Well, let's get to this clip right here now. We've got the return of Jason Tatum to the Boston Celtics. Here's the breakdown right now. And as soon as this we get to this clip from ESPN, we'll get right back to you, wrap up the first hour, get ready for the second hour of the press box. We're going to talk all things NFL.
Game 4 of the Eastern Conference semis last May. The last time we saw Jason Tatum, that he
A lot of work
ruptured
for
his
that young man
Achilles.
to get back
Oh, no kidding.
and get back soon. Proud of
Great
him.
pass right there.
Shout out to the Celtics medical staff too.
Jaylen Brown.
Pass out. Oh, Vucevic. Oh, he got hurt.
That's he did. Vooch
You know, that's a big
Yep.
thing, Vucevic, because I thought he was one of the silent pickups.
just on that swipe right there, and now he's going to miss a month.
Yeah,
Broken hand.
I thought it was a great pickup, and nobody talked about it. But man, he's going to be good for them in the playoffs.
He was giving them 11 and 8 off the bench. But again, a month now without
Dunk that. Oh.
Jason Tatum trying to get them on their feet in Boston.
Call that,
Fire Tingler.
we call that rim check, Danny.
Meantime, Cooper Flag,
Yeah, I thought Cooper was pressing tonight.
with all the folks from Maine there
Yeah.
to watch him.
Give me something, Pim. Oh,
There it is, the first bucket, and it came with about a minute to go.
And I think that freed him up,
First
Bernie.
half. It did.
But that was the next play down the court.
Yep. Knocks
You're
down
always
the three.
scared to jump off an injured leg, and that putback was huge.
He started the night 0 for 6 and would go 6 for 10 the rest of the way.
I mean, a guy comes back and ain't playing 18 months, whatever it is, how long it was.
Oh, let
to
it
take
go, let it
16
go.
Shots. That's
black hack.
confidence. That's confidence.
Clay was shooting that thing tonight. Pull!
He had 19 to lead Dallas.
no way.
And the Celtics pulled away late third and
Oh,
into
give me
the
that.
fourth.
Throw it up there.
That didn't work, but this did.
That's going to be a dunk in 3 weeks.
Jaylen Brown again, Jason Tatum again, and again he knocks it down for 3. And in his return, 15 points, 12 rebounds, 7 assists.
Not bad.
Almost had a triple-double. That's
Again, went
crazy.
for 6 for 16 after starting 0 for 6, hit 3 out of 8 from deep, and the Celtics have won 4 out of 5 and 13 of their last 16 as the Mavs fall for the 6th straight time, 120 to 100.
You know,
Is it-
Ernie, I thought his when he was doing an interview with George after the game, A lot of crying. And me and Kenny talked about it earlier. Ernie, when you're hurt, you're not part of the team. Like
they can make you try to feel like you,
but you really can't, because they're like, yo, man, I'm actually trying to pay attention, and you're not traveling with us most of the time. So I thought his interview with George was fantastic, because he said, you're right. I don't feel part of the team when you're injured. And rehab, especially something like that. I think I had a quad and a couple of meniscus, but that's one of the worst injuries you can have. And man, 10 months.
Yeah.
Oof.
I can only imagine the way it was from the moment he woke up this morning knowing this is going to be the day to the first time he comes out. Crowd goes crazy.
He said he was really nervous.
Yeah, and to hear the roar of the crowd again when it's for you.
Well, the one thing that someone who is a greater player as he has been for this long, I don't want to be less than. That probably was in his mind more than anything else. So to come and have 12 and 6 or whatever it was, but the fact that you could say, you know what, I'm going to make shots, but I have the ability to be me and still be at times indefensible. And that's what he was at times tonight. And you couldn't leave him open once he got going in the second half.
15, 12, and 7, just for the record. Yes, Shaq?
I just love the fact that he kept going.
God bless you.
God bless you. You're out 10 months.
Quit coughing, fool.
You go 0 for 6. That's a great way to lose confidence. Like, man, I'm not ready yet. But he just kept playing. And he had, pretty good numbers for his debut. So I'm happy for him, and I'm happy for the Celtics.
27 minutes of work and plus 20 in the plus minus. Yeah, Chuck?
The East.
It's got different.
It's like, what can we even compare it to? You get an all NBA play, like you got the second best record in the Eastern Conference, and you get an all NBA player back. Like I don't even know if we ever seen anything like it.
No, we haven't.
Now I'm not changing my pick.
Well, I got it right here, February 20th. Cavs going to the finals.
I tell you what. How about Sunday at 1 o'clock? Man, you bring that little cash with you Sunday, because we have those Celtics going against my Cavaliers at 1 o'clock on ESPN.
I'm not talking about the Cavs. I'm talking about the Celtics in Detroit.
Oh, I'm not worried about Detroit.
Oh, you're not worried about Detroit?
I'm not worried about it.
Wow.
Listen, the Celtics are coming to. They don't play in Richfield anymore. They're coming to Cleveland, to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
They haven't played at Richfield for like
30 years.
Probably 30, 40 years.
Well, they're coming to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and me and Myles Garrett going to be there.
Rocket Arena.
Yeah, me and the speeder, Myles Garrett, going to be there.
And the Pistons are not at the Silverdome anymore either, right?
At the Palace.
Palace of Auburn
listen,
Hills.
it really, and if I'm the Cavs, they're like, okay, this is great. They're coming here Sunday at 1 o'clock on ESPN. That's going to be fun.
Yeah. And I don't know if is it just me. I mean, as the game went on, when you're looking at some of those second half highlights, if you were to tell me, hey, pick out the guy who's coming back from the ruptured Achilles.
No. You wouldn't know.
No.
You would, as being a great player, is you don't want to have that, man, I'm not what I used to be. And he's going to go home tonight not feeling that way.
In the market, you getting cash in your pocket. 'Cause Island Games is spicy, and spicy is tradition. So when you play Island Games, we putting Bahamians first, guaranteed to pay. Island Games, we like them mother jokers. We've been here from the start, from the bike to computer. Island Games, we gonna make your dreams come true. We playing with Island Games.
Tired of having to bank the way they want you to? Your convenience is important. So no matter what your banking needs, Commonwealth Bank's friendly staff are always available in branch for that personal one-on-one service. But when you choose technology, our online and mobile banking app offers you state-of-the-art functionality. The choice is yours. Commonwealth Bank. Bank the way you want.
Boost your buying power with a margin loan at rates as low as 7.5%. A margin loan offers convenient flexibility, free without liquidating your investments. Whether you're looking to diversify, fund a business opportunity, or refinance higher cost debt, RF provides access to cash within 48 hours for any purpose. Tailored, effortless, powerful. For how a margin loan can work for you, visit rfgroup.com or call 603-6000. RF Bank and Trust. Money at work.
Always on the go? Missed a show? You can now listen to Guardian Radio talk shows anytime, anywhere on Spotify and YouTube by searching Guardian Radio 96.9 FM or by entering the name of your favorite show. You can also listen by logging on to GuardianTalkRadio.com podcast tab. Guardian Radio, continuing to provide you with fresh news and smart talk anywhere, anytime, all day.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
We're back at you on the Sunday, March 8th edition of the Press Box, all brought to you, of course, by the Island Game and Green Parrot. And like I told you, we're into the 12 o'clock hour. 12:05 p.m. is the time. Yours truly, Naughty, along with Statboy, Earl the Pearl. We're now joined by Mega in the building. We're into the 12 o'clock hour. We are talking all things NFL. We will have your picks at the end, all brought to you, of course, by the Island Game. We're picking the NBA today, but...
Before you go NFL, one thing I wanted to just bring up quick and just run through quickly. I've been seeing a lot about Shaquille O'Neal recently. He's a real ambassador. The philanthropy, the philanthropist in him, the way he helps people and stuff like that. I am so impressed. A lot of NBA players, a lot of athletes, he had nothing, but he really gives back. Comes to the Bahamas a lot and gives all over the world. And there was a story I saw where this lady contacted, I can't remember who the host was, but he called asking for Shaquille Lester to call his son, because he was dying. And Shaquille did better, actually went to see the hospital and saw the young man. So stuff like that, you got to admire people like him when they do that. Because
and I have a funny feeling that you're going to see Shaquille O'Neal on a campaign trail near you.
I was going to hint that. I heard.
Again, you late. I didn't call that a little while ago, last visit.
You sure did.
I asked point blank, right? Rick sat in that same thing. I said, will we see the Diesel on the campaign trail? And he said the Diesel and some others.
Yeah.
You know what I feel cheated about? And my heart is heavy. If Kobe was still with us, I know the Mamba would be here.
Yeah, sure would be. They were good friends. They played it together. They were good friends.
And I think that speaks volume. Just take it, take the politics out of it. I mean, I think it speaks volume that the mediator between the great, Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant locker room riffs was one Rick Fox.
Yeah, it was. He was. Yeah. He was older.
I could see him in True, him in fashion too, though. Sipping on my vitamin. If you all two don't stop around, I can do.
You me busting your head with Kong Shelly.
You all need to sloppy. You're trying to go play Sacramento and you all around here freaking out. I done had to fight Doug Christie and his crazy wife the last game in the tunnel, and now you all around here freaking out again. But you remember that time, though?
I remember.
Doug Christie pop off to Ricky, and Ricky give him a two-piece, and out of nowhere, Jackie Christie out of the stands, placed it ahead. Buff.
I saw the game, and Shaq came off the bench and pushed him away when he was in the
tunnel. Yeah.
And everybody just stopped. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, but Shaq always over here, man. Shaq is a cool dude.
Shaq be riding bicycle around
I just
the place.
said we ran into Shaq one time. Me and my cousin was going up Market Street, and this big dude on this iron donkey riding up Market Street here to Paradise Hand. And he was like, "So Shaq, where you going?" He said, "He pay right now if I get up this hill."
Yeah.
I'll tell you, the first time I saw Shaq live was in L.A. in 1992. I was Stacy's rookie year, so it wasn't 92. It might have been like 92 into 93.
That's when you still with the Magic?
Yeah, Shaq was still in the Magic. But we're in L.A. I out hailing Stacey Augman up because he lived in L.A. You know what I mean?
Plastic man.
We go out to the mall, and that's one of the few times I seen Stacey Augman look short because Stacey Augman is 6'10".
He's 6'10"?
6'10".
Okay.
So how you look short at 6'10"?
I thought he was 6'9".
When you stand next to Shaquille O'Neal, you look small and extra bony.
Oh, you say small. I thought you say short.
Stacey Evans was like skinny, like muscular skinny, but boy, he looked like a UNICEF child next to Shaq. Like for 59 cents a day, you can sponsor this 6'10" drink of water. And Shaq was there, and I ain't gonna lie to you, like I literally looked Shaq from his head all the way down and back up again. He held Stacey and went out, and Stacey's like, "Yeah, this boy Nego from the Bahamas, blah blah blah." And I put my hand out, and I watched my hand disappear into Shaq's hand. And
That's like when I met Moses Malone.
It was like, "Nice to meet you. I've been to the Bahamas. I like it, man. So what's going on, Stacey?" And typical deep voice. And one thing that's always been consistent, mate at LSU, named Drew, little white kid, accounts major, has been with Shaq from that day to this. A lot of the moves that Shaq has made post NBA with the Five Guys and buying up all what he's bought up and owning what he owns.
24-hour fitness.
Yeah.
This kid did him right. He said, "Look, I can look out for you, and I can point you in the right directions." And they've been friends for years. That's like Shaq brother. You can't get between them.
Yeah. But he's not a part owner of Papa John. He just got 9 franchises.
Yeah, no. I'm saying, I just remember what.
No, but that Five Guys, he's done wonders with Five Guys in the States.
He still at Reebok too, right?
No, he didn't sell Five Guys.
I'm pretty certain I saw.
No, he still got 5. What I saw, he still got 5 Guys. The cheap tennis shoe, I don't know if it was Reebok or whatever in China, but that's huge in China.
Yeah.
No, he still. He
sold some other stuff, Pearly. You're right. He has sold some of his portfolio because it got popular. It was a smart thing to do and sell, but I don't think he let the 5 Guys go.
Okay. I know Magic.
That's popping up all over the place.
I know Magic sold his shares in Starbucks. All his Starbucks so that he could buy into the Dodgers.
What about with the Commanders? Because isn't he a minority?
He's part of the Commanders.
The Commanders dead cheap though. He had to sell nothing.
He's
for
part
that.
of the Commanders.
Oh, okay.
In fact, he borrowed the Commander money from his wife Cookie. He said, "Cookie, cut me one check for this because I really want to mess up the big money."
I mean, that's a good investment though. I mean,
And he's
part of an NFL franchise.
Now he's part of the greatest baseball team in right now.
And he's always been part of the greatest basketball team.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see them work that Dodger magic in LA.
Yeah.
When they look at luxury tax and say luxury tax, who needs any stinking luxury tax?
Pay it. Write a check.
Write a check.
I'm saying with your boy from the Ramsey. What's the general manager name? What's the F them picks?
Yeah, right. You didn't get nothing but the picks. All right, let's to the NFL right now, and we got lots to talk about.
Let's get it over with.
Let's get it over with. All I want to say is,
look at the smile on this dude's face.
Up until when did it go down? Friday night, Stat Boy.
Friday night.
Up until Friday night, the Dallas Cowboys had on the line Osi Odigizua. Say it for me, Stat.
Osa Odigizua.
Osa Odigizua. Thank you.
You've been practicing that.
The number 12 pick in this year's draft and a number 2 pick in next year's draft. It was there. They had the fork in him. They're just ready to turn it. They're turning Max Crosby from the radio, getting ready to, you know when you take that steak off the grill, they had the fork in and getting ready to pick that steak up and put him into the go basket, and then the phone rang.
So you trying to say this was with Dallas?
This was the deal Dallas had on the table.
Okay.
The Raiders were insistent on 2 first-round picks a la the Micah Parsons trade. Dallas wasn't budging on the first-round picks this year because remember now, we have 2 this year, we had 2 next year, but we traded 1 next year for Quinnen Williams, who we have already from the Jets.
Yeah.
So Jerry, and in smart fashion, did not trade the two picks. We can still use them picks in the draft to trade up or trade down, get more picks, build through the draft, or go after other people. How we need be.
Spin.
But at the end of the day,
This dude can spin.
It's all good. It's all good.
If they didn't make that trade, give them the 2 picks.
hold on, I'm
you would
just
call it in smart
no.
fashion.
I would have been
Go ahead.
upset. No, I would have
All
been
right.
upset, Pearly. I
All
have been
right.
very adamant about using those 2 picks wisely.
All right.
For Max Crosby?
Now, if we hadn't traded the pick next year that we have next year for Quentin Williams already from the Jets, I would have jumped in easy and said, yes, send 12 this year and one of the picks next year. There's your 2 first-round picks. Give us Max Crosby. We don't have the liberty to do that. So we had to keep 12 and 20.
Why you say you didn't have the liberty to do
We
that?
cannot trade any one of those picks now for next year because Quentin Williams has already been traded. They don't know how the pick is going to fall. So I can't tell you I'm trading my number 1 because my number 1 has already gone to the Jets for Quentin Williams. The number 2, you don't know where it's going to fall because the season hasn't been played. So you
You
can't.
mean fundamentally, not rule-wise, but because...
No, you
because-
can't. Because one of the picks is already tied up in a trade for
Yeah,
next
but you have
season.
2 first-round picks next year, right?
Correct, but the second one now can't be traded because they don't know the outcome where it's going to fall. We
Yeah,
already
but-
know the first one goes to the Jets. We don't know where the Cowboys naturally are going to fall.
I understand that, but didn't Baltimore just do that?
No.
What did Baltimore do? Give up this?
No,
first
stop.
and
No,
next
no.
year?
Let me just finish.
All right.
So when Baltimore entered the fray and said to the Raiders, we're willing to give you the 2 first-round picks, Jerry and the Cowboys stepped out. We weren't going to match the 2 picks. Baltimore came in this year and gave a first-round pick this year and next year because they only had 1 each. Because we have 2 this year and 2 next year, that's where the red tape comes in.
Yeah, but the one next year is not your pick. It's just somebody else's pick that you got. So you can't trade that.
We can't trade the Quentin Williams pick, which is automatically the first pick. Because we have 2.
So your automatic first pick is your pick.
Correct. And then we have to find out where Green Bay's pick would end up.
Oh.
And that's where the gray area comes in because the first pick that belongs to Dallas goes to the Jets for Quentin Williams. Or if the Cowboys finish better than the Packers next
Oh,
season.
so whatever the best pick is,
Correct.
goes
So they
to the,
couldn't
okay.
get- they
Now you
couldn't
didn't
get-
say that piece.
They
All
couldn't-
right.
So when Baltimore slid
Relax.
in and did what they had to do, it was crude, it was shrewd, not since Ozzie Newsome have I seen such a cold-blooded move.
That's the first time trading first round picks.
For a while. So I turn it over now. I tip my hat to them. Good luck with Max Crosby. He's not in the division. He could have been worse. He could have been.
Or Buffalo.
So Stat Boy.
Buffalo gets nothing.
Break it
Enjoy
down for
DJ
us.
Moore from the Bears. Buffalo gets nothing else though.
Listen, don't get too emotional now.
nothing.
We're still in the off season.
Zero
You're in
emo-
mid-season.
You
form.
know the last time he saw this look? When he was talking about Ohio State,
and then a week later, 24-14.
Yeah.
But anyway, break
Don't
it
get too
down.
cocky.
Break it down for us. What does this mean for the? First of all, let us know what was the thinking behind Ravens management to give up the 2 picks. Obviously, what Max Crosby brings to the table as far as the defense goes, and what do you foresee this doing for the Baltimore Ravens with the new head coach that actually predicates the defense
And
like
how
he
does
did?
how does that affect your salary
Like
cap?
Minter does, the new head coach.
I'll answer this point by point, all right? But I want to start by saying this is nowhere near close to Ohio State. I have made no prediction, no proclamation, or nothing. I'm just excited.
No,
If
I'm
you
not saying
would've
I'm
landed
saying the
Max
look on your
Crosby-
face is the same look I saw when you spoke about Ohio State. That's all I'm saying.
All right, so
or
what
some
was
people
the-
make it be, you know,
the
the first time from
question
other
was
things.
what was the thinking behind the management?
Right.
It's pretty clear that we're no longer a handicapped organization that we were with John Harbaugh. I mean, the proof is in the pudding because he would have never made a move like this. He never did in
Okay.
18 years. Minter comes in. He says, "I'm going to run this defense. I'm going to call it. Let me get the talent to go along with it." Max Crosby.
Okay.
Boom.
All right.
Boom. So Minter, I'm so happy and excited that he's here now. I was very skeptical because I wanted Clint Kubiak for the offensive stability. But Baltimore's identity, all Baltimore's life has been defense. And we're bringing that vibe.
Ever since, yeah.
Madubuike, hopefully he can play and be somewhat what he was before the neck and come back from.
No,
but
it
he
isn't.
he has no plan to retire.
Okay.
Roquan Smith at linebacking, Kyle Hamilton, and Marlon Humphrey is still decent in the secondary, and we're going to retool it up.
Okay.
I've never been more excited. What was the next point after the management point?
What does he bring to the defense?
Who, Max Crosby?
What kind of
Because
question is that?
Minter is a defensive coordinator
Yeah.
who was in San Diego last year, comes from the
LA
Mike
Chargers,
McDonald
yeah.
tree, And then, sorry, there'll always be San Diego to me. Dan.
Agreed.
And he's from the Mike McDonald tree. Obviously, Mike McDonald did what he did up there in Seattle this year with the defense and the Super Bowl championship. He came from Baltimore. So how does Max Crosby tie into the defense Minter wants to run when he gets in Baltimore?
It's almost the perfect fit for the blitzes we run, but the pressure up front. He's somebody who could stop the run and who could get sacks and get to the quarterback. As a edge rusher, defensive end, he could play a myriad of positions. What doesn't he bring to a pass rush?
So let me ask you this question. Did you losing a first round pick, right?
Yeah.
And help. How does that?
Look in free agency.
Okay. You got money? That's my question. Is your salary? How much your salary cap like?
We're above the cap. We're not in a terrible cap situation like the Saints or some other teams who are perennially under the cap. But what we need to do is we need to figure out if we're going to restructure Lamar or we're going to extend him or he's going to play out this year, the next 2 years of the deal without an extension, and then he'll re-sign in free agency.
Well, I just see they saying they're about to give him $62 million for an extension. Anyway.
Oh, he deserves
Lamar
that.
Jackson.
He deserves that.
If you give Tua 50-something, you must could give him 60.
Okay, just so you know, though, right? There's something that's slowly brewing. You talked about, Pearly, you asked a question about wide receiver, correct?
Yes, sir.
There's a hot rumor that continues to swirl. A.J. Brown potentially to the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah, I heard that.
If we do that, I'd like
what they can give
but
up
I'm
for
not too. I'm not. Yeah. What do we have to give
do you
up?
have to
Because we
give up?
can't give up no more first round picks. I mean, if we want to go into 29 and 30.
Now, here's
But I don't
another
wanna do
two
that for
names.
Brown.
I don't think Alex Pierce makes it to you guys, but he's high on their radar.
Yes, he is.
I think Baltimore's going to re-sign him. Here is a sneaky name that I think could fit in that offense under the radar and do big things across from Zay Flowers. It's going to make him cringe a little bit over here, Megaton. I'm talking about Jawan Jennings, former San Francisco 49er wide receiver. He could fit in very quietly under the radar and be that option, because you still got Andrews and Likely, if Likely doesn't resign, if he doesn't go elsewhere as a free
We
agent.
have to look to trade Andrews.
But you got Andrews at tight end, you got Zay Flowers there, and I think
Derek at running back.
Derrick Henry at running back, but you also bring in somebody to free up Zay Flowers, and I think that's a good option. A.J. Brown. Now what do they trade? You've already given up 2 first-round picks.
I'm glad we prioritized
for Crosby. So what do you do now? But AJ's been an option.
But I think that takes us out of his runnings, though.
Possibly.
So my question to Baltimore is though now, when are we going to give Lamar Jackson? Because listen, man.
Well, if he fails with
Mike Evans is a possibility, but I don't think at this stage of his career he packs up and leaves.
Evans is a high possibility to come to the Niners.
Y'all will call me crazy,
That's
but
true too.
Yeah.
I still think Tyreek Hill can be serviceable.
Well, I don't know.
I don't think he has much
Well, I don't
buyers.
know. The
So
way
this
they've
is
been
the
talking-
perfect buy for Tyreek.
The way they've been
now.
talking, like these GMs, they ain't never tell no the name, but they say that injury is a big scale.
That
They
is
say-
a big scale.
Yeah. They say what blew and what messed up and so forth. They say, boy, it'd be very rare to see teams really.
But if you could
Buy
if you could get him on a cheap,
buy cheap.
If you could get him on a cheap, and he turns out to be okay, then you won.
Problem is,
If not, you don't
I
lose
do want him
anything.
there because he'd be a solid to go with. Because Rashad Bateman, taller receiver, lanky receiver, but then him and Zay and Tyreek are pretty much the same archetype: 5'9", 5'8", speedy, shifty, get open in space. But I do hope the Ravens could get a tall, just physical somebody like Tedder McMillan would be perfect.
And that's why I know you're saying Jawan Jennings would be perfect for you.
Yeah, it'd be
because
perfect.
I mean, for me seeing what he's done in San Fran,
And he's
as
versatile. He can run trick plays with him.
exactly,
And,
and,
he's a great
and also
route runner
that
for us
third
as
down
well.
conversion guy, a
Yeah.
big 6'5",
Huge.
6'4"
Yeah, man.
receiver. Yeah, we'd be great
Juwan
for
would
them.
be very good with us.
There'll be no more excuses for Baltimore if y'all don't make it.
Couple of other moves the Ravens made. They signed quarterback, the backup quarterback Huntley to a 2-year extension. So I
Worth
think that
$11 million.
I think the whole question mark of who backs up Lamar has been answered for another year or two.
Also answers that Lamar's not going nowhere because that's the backup to Lamar.
Right. Here's some other signings that popped up. The Pack bring back Versatile Ryan on a 3-year deal. And that's the Green Bay Packers I'm referring to. And I'm talking about offensive lineman Sean Ryan on a 3-year, $33 million deal. This according to ESPN and his agents. Khalil Mack returning to the Chargers on a 1-year deal.
Okay.
So he can play for Los Angeles, the Chargers, 1 more year. The Vikings, they redid T.J. Hawkinson's contract, and they cleared $5 million in salary cap space. Now let me ask you, Pearly, does Tua end up in Minnesota?
That's a
I'm
possibility.
hearing the rumblings.
I'm hearing
What's going on with
I'm
that?
hearing the rumblings. I'm hearing the rumblings. I think if it's going to happen, it depends how much of that money that the Dolphins will be willing to pay, and that's where it sits. 50. If we now. It'll be how much that 51 million is worth to them, or if we just cut him, how much the 67, then they'll lose nothing. Minnesota may be waiting the Dolphins out for them to cut him in June and then sign him on the cheap, like a la Denver with Russell Wilson, and then the Dolphins stuck with plenty of money. But I'm hearing a most disturbing name coming up to me that the Dolphins could be using.
Kyler Murray?
No, I can live with him. Garoppolo?
Say what?
No, they saying right now Arizona right now has more interest in him than anybody.
Then Garoppolo?
And Jimmy Garoppolo as a starter?
Yeah.
The Dolphins.
You're gonna let Jacoby Brissett go, who won you games last year, for Jimmy Garoppolo?
Yeah.
But also, you know what they were saying too? Malik Willis. Malik Willis from Green Bay.
No, so I think if the Dolphins look for a new quarterback and they spend, it's gonna be Malik Willis.
If they spend.
No, here's what they're
Garoppolo's
saying.
only a $2 million hit to
They
the
were saying
Dolphins.
because Martin LaFleur brother is the new coach in Arizona. They're saying who would know Malik Willis more than
very smart.
So he's
Yeah.
like if
That's a good point there, man.
Yeah, but Malik is coming from Green Bay. The whole coaching staff of Miami now is a whole Green Bay.
But
Packers.
now anybody should know who Malik Willis is and be Martin LaFleur, so you can tell his brother, hey, pick this boy up. You know what I'm saying?
That's good inside information. And
Look how
and
John and Jim go. The whole
But don't worry now. There's a team in Pittsburgh that's got a checkbook wide open that might need a quarterback too.
Yeah, but there's a team in Pittsburgh sitting back waiting to see what the Aaron Rodgers is going to do. And that's, to me, they're going to get screwed at the end of the day.
It's always a waiting point with him. He always needs to take his time and go in a wilderness
Yeah, but that's no crap
retreat.
because you hold the team hostage. So what's going to end up happening? He's going to take his time. Pittsburgh is going to lose out on whatever they're supposed to get, and
he's
end up
gonna
having to
double
take
back and
him
he's gonna
again.
say, I retire or whatever the case.
And they're going to end up having to take him again and be the team that's going to
But he's always on
go
a
nowhere again this year.
wilderness retreat and to clear his mind.
And the funny thing is that him and Mike McCarthy back together again.
Oh boy!
I heard they kissed and made up, so yeah, they're willing to work with each other.
I don't think
If I was a GM, boy, I'd be like, bro, we can.
And why would you put Mike McCarthy back in Pittsburgh? He's just gonna go to what's the place called? I've just been to Pittsburgh.
Oh my goodness.
Permanis is gonna go and buy the whole Permanis and just it's not gonna work.
Yeah, it won't. It probably won't. But you never know. You never know. You never know.
man.
But I don't think Malik Willis is going to end up in Miami because we just don't have the money to pay him, and he wants.
But then
15,
you
20
got
mil.
the Jets, you got the Vikings, you got a lot of teams that need a quarterback right now. You got the Cardinals, like Mega brought up. So you
But
got
it
the
depends.
Steelers.
It depends. I don't know.
He's going to end up somewhere next year, and he's going to make at least Justin Fields money between 26 and 30 million a year.
Malik Willis or Kyler? Because
No,
Kyler.
I'm talking Malik Willis.
Malik Willis, who's going to pay him 15, 20 million a year, but he's only played 6 games?
I'm telling you now.
But in the sample size, he played
I'm
well.
telling you, he's gonna. They're gonna look at him.
All right.
Now here's a couple of tidbits about kickers. The Dallas Cowboys have put a second-round tender on their kicker Brandon Aubrey. Offered him $7.5 million to be the highest-paid kicker in the league. $1 million more than Harrison Buckner out of Kansas City. His agent is obviously freaking himself out and wanting $10 million.
I believe him.
Which ain't gonna happen, but I think Jerry might go from the 7.5 to $8 million, but I think it gets done over the next couple of weeks. And at the end of the day, if somebody comes along and pays Brandon Aubrey $10 million and the Cowboys don't match, we'll take the second-round pick. We need a second-round pick, and it will be, well used. I mean, we'll miss the instant offense of Brandon Aubrey from inside of 50 and the luxury of having him be able to pop off 60
But you
yards.
guys going to lose him because you designate him a second round.
I was explaining that.
Nobody going to pay that.
Yeah, but if they do, we'll take the second
Yeah, for a
round.
kicker? You know
Now,
what
on the
happened.
flip side of the coin,
$5.7 million. Anybody who offer more than that, they're not going to pay.
6.5 is the highest right now. That's Buckner from Kansas City.
Yeah, but you guys gave him a designated $5.7 million.
No,
correct?
$7.5 million.
Oh,
Yeah,
goodness.
because we just resigned our kicker for like.
Yeah, but I just going to say, on the flip side of the coin, the 49ers have signed their kicker, Eddie Pinero. He lined a 4-year extension from the 49ers, so they got him for another 4 years in the fold. And nobody saw Eddie Pinero. Good for Eddie Pinero, man.
No, but Eddie did good.
Mexican-American kid, man. Happy for Eddie, man.
Eddie did good for us.
Fan base.
Because Jake Booty, I don't know what he was doing. And still got a job
Jake
with the
Booty
Bears.
was Booty.
Yeah, he was. You know what I'm saying?
I never seen Mega hit a person.
Oh,
who
yes,
hit a-
but I was watching the game and I saw those two people in the stands with the Moody jerseys on. I
Speaking
really
of
wanted
the
to go
Bears, man, big trade by the Bears this week. They shipped DJ Moore off
to the Buffalo Bills.
to the Buffalo Bills.
I still
And
don't think that's going to make a difference for Johnson.
I don't think it makes a difference either. I think it's too late in the game for DJ Moore. I mean, at this stage of his career, this is third team now.
He's a solid receiver.
He's a solid receiver.
Caleb wasn't really looking for him last season like that either.
Because Romo
The Broncos are about to lose 2 offensive linemen, correct?
The center retired straight out, and I think they're going to lose one in free agency.
No, but they traded for somebody from the Patriots after Drew Dahlman retired, and that was so unexpected for him to retire like that. It was crazy.
Yeah, but anyhow.
Young guy, what, 28, 29?
Yeah. TJ Moore to me, Buffalo still need to get him a number 1. I think they gave up on my boy Keon Coleman too fast.
Think so?
They're looking to trade Keon Coleman.
Yeah, the coaching, like, for the
Derby was just...
The comment that dude made was so terrible. They said Brandon Bean was being a team player drafting Keon Coleman.
Yeah, but even the owner knows said some disparaging remarks.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why talk about the player?
I'd be like,
He's
you know
still
what?
on the roster.
You might just trade me right now if you can be talking like
This
that.
was exactly
That was a McDermott pick, and they just want him out of the building. McDermott like that kid.
I'm so surprised McDermott don't have a job right now.
Who's the offensive coordinator then?
He landed in the cut. He'll have a great
I
job.
think Joe
next year
Brady's going to
somewhere.
still call the plays as
Joe
well
Brady?
because they just promoted him as head coach. Which to me, what could change? You keep in the same everything the same except you remove McDermott. It's not his fault. Man. Nothing could change.
That's a good point.
Ain't nothing could change.
But their defense was the problem last year because they had a lot of injuries though.
And now you promote an offensive guy to lead the team. So how's the defense going to improve? I'm sorry, Buffalo. They'll be a very good team in the regular season. I already know what's happening with them.
Now, it's very, possible after these trades have went down that we'll see a different complexion on the draft, but there's still one thing going on. The question is, where is Tyler Huntley going to end up? And I hear Romeo Doubs, too, as a wide receiver. Romeo Doubs is another one that's going to have a hot free agent offseason. A lot of people suited, looking to sign Romeo Doubs.
Because they have a lot of receivers in Green Bay, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Here's some last-minute nuggets right now. According to Adam Schefter and updated by Jeremy Fowler, the NFL's free agency negotiation window begins Monday, tomorrow, at noon Eastern. And I'll tell you right now.
That's the tampering period opens tomorrow.
No, the actual signing period starts tomorrow.
Does it?
No, that's the tampering starts tomorrow.
The negotiation window.
Yeah, that's called the tampering period.
We don't refer to it as tampering. It's the negotiation window.
But
You can't sign until Wednesday.
Until Wednesday.
Yeah.
But you got a couple of days to
But
negotiate.
you agree in principle to the deal, and then you
The
sign.
tampering has been going on all up and
during the season.
Exactly. But league executive and coaches are buzzing about a huge potential payday for Alec Pierce, wide receiver from the Indianapolis Colts. And there's a huge market apparently gaining, including the New York Giants, for Kenneth Walker III, the Super Bowl MVP.
I was just about to mention Seattle's not going to bring back the Super Bowl MVP.
No.
Not only does that hurt, Charbonnet tore his ACL in the playoffs against
So
San Francisco.
they're looking for a running back in the draft.
Yep, they're going to have to.
Could they trade up and grab Jordan? I mean, Thingham Love out of Notre Dame.
I know exactly who needs to sign Kenneth Walker, and they need to make it happen any way, shape, or form that they can, and that's Kansas City. Because Jeremiah Love ain't going to be there. If he's there, I'll truly be irate at New Orleans.
The Chiefs should
because
go
New
after.
Orleans needs a running back. New Orleans should draft
They get
Love.
Kamara.
You remember Kamara was on the trade block?
No.
At 30-something.
He's ancient and he's got injuries.
He was on the trade block last year.
Kansas City's going to get
I was surprised he still was doing
New
it.
Orleans need a lot more than just a running back.
Well, running back is the catalyst, and it starts off with Tyler
I
Shuck
didn't even
could
find
use
it.
it.
I just can say I didn't even find a quarterback with show. I was
They already
surprised
have
with it.
Chris Olave. Get your running back. Boom. Young triplets right there.
Well, another name that keeps popping up too in the offseason, A.J. Brown. The Eagles are openly, actively trying to trade him. Max Crosby got traded already. We saw that.
And Buffalo already made a move, so who gets A.J. Brown?
That's big right there.
I think Philly has Jalen Carter too in talks with him.
Yeah, they do, but I think if I'm not mistaken, I think they just signed it. Let me check the news
They
again.
signed the other defensive tackle.
The Patriots were also trying to trade for A.J. Brown.
I forget his name.
And the deal was, what was the deal?
Davis extension.
Jordan Davis.
Jordan Davis,
Right,
yeah.
right, yeah.
The Eagles-
And now guess what that means?
And they were
Jalen Carter.
They were shopping Jalen Carter in the Crosby trade. So we'll see. Howie Roseman and the Eagles, you know he's up to something. You know he's going to do something. We got to get to the break, Mr. Producer. All right, so let's get to this break. But look for the Eagles to do something as well. But I'll tell you something as we go to the break. When the Cowboys, when free agency starts signing this Wednesday, I will tell you one thing right now. Nakobe Dean would now be the middle linebacker for the Dallas Cowboys, coming over to be the green dot signal caller for Christian Parker's defense. Also look for a potential trade for Minkah Fitzpatrick, unless you guys don't cut him out right. But Minkah Fitzpatrick could be on the Dallas Cowboys trade.
We're not going to cut him out right because we need that. We need draft picks.
So obviously for the 5th and the 6th that Dallas is offering in the RC, all except we probably could get Minkah. And then there's also Blankenship, Reed Blankenship, who played for the Philadelphia Eagles. Look for those 3 names to end up in Dallas one way or another by the end of the week.
What's going to happen with Pickens?
And he ain't going.
Is he coming out? Because talk is some rumors out there were saying that he's going to hold out. Is that going to happen?
Pearly, I know what you're trying to do, Pearly.
No, I'm asking.
I see right through it.
No,
Pearly.
I'm asking.
He's going to pull a CD Lamb. He probably won't go to off-season workouts or OTAs or so on and so forth.
Getting fine, bro.
But when the season starts and it's all said and done and the smoke clears, it would be a 4-year contract, probably identical numbers to CD Lamb, and call it a day.
How much money you guys got right now? 50-some, 60 million?
No, we actually we restructured Dak, CD Lamb, and Tyler Smith.
Right.
Tyler Smith, the offensive lineman. That took us to $66 million under the cap. We're also doing a rework with Quinnen Williams and with...
So you're going for the win
Kenny
now,
Clark.
and worry about the salary
Yeah,
cap
win
later.
now mode. Kenny Clark, Quinnen Williams, and one more adjustment. 7 or 89 million in salary cap space, so we will be able to sign some people. We will be able to do what we need to do. Will Jerry potentially flip it all up? Yes, that remains to be seen.
Okay. Let's wait to hear that.
The best I can say right now as a Cowboy fan, I am very cautiously optimistic.
I got you. Okay. I just, 'cause I know it'd be heartbreaking to you if there's three in a row NFC. I mean, NFC East. It would be heartbroken if the Phillies win that in the 3rd year.
I have no heart to break. It's been broken by the Cowboys so many times. It's just a shell, a concrete shell.
Sucker for punishment.
Maybe we can start that this is our year, John.
This coming from a Miami Dolphin fan calling me a sucker for punishment.
No, you know I'm really quiet. I'm quiet.
That's like the
calling the beer
alcoholic.
Hold on. Let the record reflect that I know that my Miami Dolphins are going to be a top 5 pick next year. And maybe the year after, a top 10 pick. I don't see Miami doing anything this year. First of all, we have no money. So we're going to be losing a lot. We already lost a couple players. We're going to lose a lot of players.
No quarterback.
No, that too. And so we're in the serious rebuild. And I don't see anything happening for Miami for 3 years. And I said this to Mystery Dolphin and others. I don't have a problem getting rid of Tua, but understand, your team is going to be in the dumps for 3 to 4 years.
Mr. Producer, I just want you to bring it down here. I need to send a clarion call out as well, too. I'm not trying to get in anybody's business, but if there's anybody at Bahama, I need you to confirm this for me. Oh, boy. I have heard that Dak Prescott is in town. I heard that things went terribly wrong for Mr. Prescott on his engagement party. I hear him and his fiance broke up.
That is correct.
Dak, all I can tell you, brother, come to Uncle Naughty. I got a big hug for you. I got some conch salad. Me and you can talk. Listen to me, man. I got you covered, man. All right, you definitely all good. I don't know what Pearly talking about there. Pearly will take you there. I don't know what Pearly talks about. I don't know where Pearly ends up. But at the end of the day, Dak, if you're there and if you need the Cowboys to circle the wagon and you need the Bahama Cowboys to come and get you and make sure you good, I got you. So anybody at Bahama, hey, if Dak in the doldrums today, you let me know. That's my quarterback. In a non-T.O., non-Diddy kind of way, that's my quarterback right there.
So we just stop talking to the Dolphins to talk with some bad news. Okay.
And Dak, let me just show you why me and you are kindred spirits. The year 2013, my brother. My beautiful mother passed away in February of 2013. Your beautiful mother passed away in November 2013 from the same type of cancer. I got you, my brother, and I mean that sincerely. If Dak Prescott is out there, or anybody from his camp, you call Uncle Naughty, I got you. All right? If you need a hug, if you need whatever, Let me know. And if you're doing good, then tell me you're doing good, and I'll turn around and I'll go exactly ready, and then I'll tell you need to win the damn Super Bowl. Let's go to the break.
Following is a paid political message.
Kalani. Whoa. Hey. Kalani. Oh. The future is brighter. Oh. Vote for MacGyver. Hey. 'Cause she is a fighter. Kalani. Hey. The future is brighter. Oh. If you need improvement, oh, come join the movement. Come join the movement. Hey, you're looking for change, find it here. You're looking for justice, find it here. You're looking for truth, find it here. Vote for MacGyver. She's here for you. See everybody in Kalani. Change is here. Hey, hands in the air. See everybody in Kalani. Vote for MacGyver. She is a fighter.
That was a paid political message.
Play with Island Games. We making dreams come true. Play with Island Games. We paying more out to you. Don't mind the noise in the market. You getting cash in your pocket. 'Cause Island Games is spicy and spicy is tradition. So when you play Island Games, we putting Bahamians first. Guaranteed to pay. Island Games. We like them other jokers. We've been here from the start. From the bike to computer. Island Games. We can make your dreams come true. We playing with Island Games.
For fast, reliable, and impactful printing services, look no further. Let Printmasters bring your masterpiece to life. We stand by our quality products that is second to none. Our affordable pricing and friendly, efficient staff makes Printmasters the ultimate choice for all your printing needs. We can deliver any type of printing services, from banners to booklets to business cards. You name it, we can print it.
Let Printmasters bring your masterpiece to life.
Located in the Nassau Guardian Building, telephone 302-2361.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
We're back at you on the Sunday, March 8th edition of the Press Box. Yours truly, Naughty, along with Stat Boy, Earl the Pearl, and Mega in the building. Let's pivot to the NBA for the picks today. All brought to you, of course, by the Island Game. And don't forget, I reminded you earlier, I want to remind you again, check out the brand new website by the Island Game, theislandgame.com, the brand new sportsbook, multiple ways to play, multiple ways to win, single game parlays, multiple game parlays, teaser bets, prop bets, live in-game betting. Listen, in March Madness here, don't forget to get your brackets ready, all right, toward the end of the month. And there's a bunch of college basketball you can watch this afternoon when you get off.
A team already, I forget which team already punched his ticket to the dance, and another one will punch it. Well, one team is going to make it automatically. They only in the semifinals, but the other team is transitioning from Division 2 to Division 1, so they're not qualified for the playoffs. So the team that's Long Island, I think, or LIU.
Long Island University.
So you got two teams as of the day will be punched their tickets. So you got 28 more to go. Who punched the tickets? Not talking about
I can't wait to do March Madness, because last year me and my friends did a little competition like the ESPN, like do your bracket, no money or anything, and I won the bracket and I called the Final Four perfectly. I think it was Houston, Florida, Duke, and another team.
But this year it's going to be Duke, Michigan. I like.
Look, you got a couple of weeks to figure
we'll
that
talk
out.
about it. We'll talk about it.
Let's jump into the NBA right now. We got a bunch of games starting 1 o'clock game today. Celtics on the road against the Cavs. Cleveland -1.5.
Ooh. I like the Celtics.
I don't know. I like the Celtics in that one, man. Plus 1.5.
I'll take the Celtics in 1.5.
Agreed. Give me Boston.
Next on the road against
Hey,
the
Mega, what you say?
Yeah.
He's a Celtics fan.
He's a Celtic fan. That's a
I
no-brainer.
just wanted to hear it.
Knicks on the road against the Lakers. Knicks 41-23. Lakers 38-25. Knicks half-point favorites. Listen to me.
I'm taking the Knicks and the points. The Lakers play no defense.
No kind of defense. That's where you are wrong. I will go ahead and say take the over of 227
Well, I'll
points.
take that too.
Take the over all day and you good to go.
But they can score like
give
mind
me the
you if
Knicks.
Luke and and LeBron, hurry up, leave, man. Hurry up, leave, man.
Well, listen.
Every time it's something he ain't playing, he said this one, he said, man, leave, bro.
No.
With the
Please.
Tupac glasses on them, Cartier.
Go back to Cleveland, man.
Is Eason playing?
Nope.
No, he's game time decision, elbow.
Oh, that's why.
Elbow.
But JJ said he's probably gonna play.
Because he played Friday.
No,
He didn't play Friday? Oh, okay.
No, he didn't play.
he sat back in his blackout with anyway.
Give me the New York. The New
Piston-
York Knicks in this.
Pistons on the road against the Heat. Detroit 1.5-point favorites. I like Detroit to get it right today.
You know what? Muff is my friend. I'm gonna ride with Muff today. I picked the
I had a
upset.
mind for that.
I picked
but
the upset.
I'm going to go with Detroit.
I think the Heat in the money line.
I'm going to go with the Pistons.
Mavericks on the road against the Raptors. Raptors are a totally different breed of animal at home as they are on the road. They're 10.5-point favorites. Nobody playing for the Mavericks, but guess what? This could be a trap game. Take the Raptors in the money line
Yeah.
and play it safe.
Yeah.
They may not cover that 10.5
The
points.
Raptors been playing some good ball, but still take them in the money line.
I agree with that, but yeah, give me Toronto and Toronto.
Yeah, Toronto.
In the T-dot.
Wizards on the road against the Pelicans. Two horrible teams here. New Orleans.
Pelicans, that big a spread?
10.5-point favorites. Listen, take the Wizards plus the 10.5. For
Yeah.
some strange reason, the Wizards play well against the spread.
Okay.
Or another option is you may not think it'll get there, but it potentially could, is the over of 244 because there is not a lick of defense being played between these two teams. Not a lick.
A double dollar sign.
Yeah. Washington do, man.
Magic on the road against the Bucks. Magic 3.5-point favorites. I like the Magic. They're playoff bound. They're focused. The Bucks still have some issues, even though
Something,
Giannis came back.
Orlando.
I didn't look for the Magic to be this good this year, but something about them.
I knew they'd be in the playoffs.
I'm going to ride the Magic.
I knew.
Yeah, give me Orlando this one
I
too.
like Orlando.
Got the Rockets against the Spurs, 8 p.m. primetime game. San Antonio 5.5-point favorites at home against the Rockets. Rockets got some injuries. I'm going to take the Spurs to cover the 5.5 points at home tonight.
I don't know. I don't know. This is a scary game. I like the Spurs. I like them in the money line. I just think Kevin Durant can just come there and play dead on them.
No, but give me San Antonio though. But I don't know about the cover. But give me San Antonio.
I think, to be honest with you, I think the Spurs beat them by more than 5.5 tonight. I think that this not even a close game tonight. I think the Spurs win this one running away.
MJ, okay.
Pacers on the road against the Trailblazers. Surprisingly, the Blazers have played, respectable ball this year. Much improved compared to last year. I like them at home. 8.5 points against the Pacers. I don't know.
No, I like
Play
the
it safe
8.5.
and take the money line.
I like the pay. Everybody beating up on the Pacers. I like the 8.5.
You got I take it both of you are taking the Blazers, Stat Boy and Mega.
Yeah, give me the Trailblazers in this
Bulls on the road against the Kings. The Kings are horrible. Give me the Bulls minus the 2.5 points.
I'll take the Bulls and I told the Kings got personally the 26 or 27 ranked defense in the league. I like the Bulls.
I don't know where the Hornets going on the road as 4.5-point favorites against the Suns.
They've been playing good. They've been playing good.
They have been playing.
You taking them in the points?
32 and 30 to win.
Okay.
They're going to win cold.
Especially after they blow at Boston, that confidence.
I
is shut up a
like
bit.
the Suns plus 4.5, bro. They shut people down out there in the desert when they have win streaks and so on and so forth. And once Booker's playing, I don't have an issue with
Is
that.
Dylan
I just want to say one name.
Dylan Brooks still playing? Is he-
No, he's injured.
DUI. He got arrested for a DUI.
Oh, yeah.
But he was out with a hand injury before that
He
anyway.
was. But Con Knopel, however you say his name, that's all I got to say.
There you go. Good
That dude
stuff.
is money.
All right, man. Well, that brings us to the
And then
close,
don't
man.
forget the Behemoths are playing today at 1 o'clock. You got Great Britain against Italy tonight at 1 o'clock.
Baseball?
Yeah,
right?
World Baseball Classic. Yeah.
I just watched a game with the
And then
Jamaican Bombs.
Japan won again, but they shut down Otani.
I just
today.
hope we could get a win, man. We need a win.
Which league
They
was
should
that?
be able. I think they could beat this. I think they could beat this Italian team.
Which league was that the Bahamas played Jamaica in last week? Basketball.
That was basketball.
Yeah. I actually watched the game. That's pretty good. They was impressed.
It was against Puerto Rico where they had some issues.
Yeah.
All right, man. For
You
Stat
call
Boy,
those issues? Okay.
for Pearly, for Mega, and for super producer, this your boy Naughty. Thank you for tuning in, man, to the Press Box brought to you by the Island Game, and Green Parrot. And we will see you next week right here on the Press Box. So, a great week, Bahamas, and we'll see you next Sunday to talk sports.
Ciao.
Play with Island Games. We making dreams come true. Play with Island Games. We paying more out to you. Don't mind the noise in the market. You getting cash in your pocket. 'Cause Island Games is spicy and spicy is tradition. So when you play Island Games, we putting Bahamians first. Guaranteed to pay. Island Games. We like them other jokers. We've been here from the start. From the bike to computer. Island Games. We gonna make your dreams come true. We playing with Island Games.
You try to rest, roll with the best. For all your printing needs, there ain't no one better, no. For posters and banners, magazines and flyers. For window decals, greeting cards and newsletters. No job too big and there's no job too small. You name it, we can print it. Just give us a call. Let Print Masters bring your masterpiece to life.
Located at the Nassau Guardian Building, telephone 302-2361.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
What's more likely? The donuts that Susie brings for all of you
So good.
are for all of us, but for everyone but me.
That would be the
What's more likely?
The latter in that sense. Everyone
You would go with that? Yeah. You would go with that?
So there's extras, you're saying?
What I'm just saying is that...
Are they for everyone or are they for everyone?
I don't know.
Except Rich.
It's for everyone.
Except
me.
Don't touch them.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. You're a grown man. You can do whatever you want.
I know I'm a grown man and I have free will.
Do you?
I do. How dare you?
Well, if that were the case, you'd march back there and grab a donut.
The
Honey, all I care about is keeping you healthy.
I know that.
And, you know.
I know that.
Kept.
Wait till we get to the car.
Kept. But the number of times I've passed the donuts and I'm like, I wonder what's in there. And I look at them. I'm like, those are pretty good looking donuts.
By the way, those smell so good too, because they when they got to the house this morning, they were hot.
They were
along
hot,
with
fresh
the
donuts.
bagels. I had so much bakery stuff sent to the house before 7 a.m. It was crazy.
The donuts were and bagels were almost as hot as the bald guy who lives there.
The willpower you show by walking by those donuts and not grabbing one.
I know.
It's amazing.
Well, it's because I think Susie's right behind the corner.
That's probably a good reason.
I'm
to
not
stay
that
away.
scary. You say it like I'm like it's.
No.
I feel like so many of the people
I don't.
are
It's
like,
not a horror movie.
Why
It's,
did he marry her? He's
that's not true.
I
That's
don't
not
think
true.
anyone's thinking that. Right?
But
There's plenty.
What's the answer to that? It's what's more likely? It's for everyone or it's for everyone but
It's
me?
for everybody, honey,
I'll be right back.
except for you.
Oh, shoot. All right, so I'll
Don't
stay right
open
there.
the box.
Okay, very good.
I know how many.
What's in the
box?
box? What is what is in the box? I haven't looked.
There's no head in
Well,
the
there's
box.
a glazed
Don't be
one.
afraid.
There's one with sprinkles. I saw that.
No longer a maple.
Oh, you
no
took
longer
that?
a
Oh, the
chocolate.
maple's the best one.
That's out. You took it out.
Oh, I've been enjoying you here this week.
You took out the big maple.
Yep.
Big maple. That's a Canadian goalie, right?
No, I thought that's Zach Eady. Isn't that what they call him?
Oh,
right.
Is that what his
He's
nickname?
a Canadian. 7 foot Canadian.
7'4", yeah.
Okay, very good. It's time for What's More Likely, presented by Pello Windows and Doors. Hit it, please.
What's more likely?
Never say never, but never.
All right, What's More Likely, presented by Pella Windows and Doors. I believe one vacationing Christopher Brockman. We made is that the part of the hostile work environment that on his vacation I'm like we need What's More Likely's. Is that what it is?
A little bit.
All right, Suze, have at it, please. Go for it.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Susie, how are you?
Hey guys, how you
What's
been?
cracking?
How you doing?
How you doing? How your mama doing?
This smells a lot like a Mai Tai right here, guys. I'm just
Okay, very good.
Sand on
So then I'll relate.
that guy right there. Okay, the Rams making a massive trade this week. Is it more likely, Rich, that the Rams keep the 13th overall pick in the draft or trade it in a package for Max Crosby?
Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm going to say it is more likely they keep the 13th overall pick. That's what I'm saying. They're going to get a really good football player on a rookie contract. And I think that I understand that Max is available now, and he's better than a rookie. Certainly if they draft somebody who plays Max's position. It's going to take more than just this first-round draft choice. And I know that those picks get effed year in and year out, that they've used it only once, their own first-round draft choice, on a pick. 9 out of the 10 drafts, they've traded it. They've only used it once, and it was on Jared Verse, which is, by the way, not a bad choice. They got Verse, they got Fisk, they're on rookie contracts. If you can get somebody else on a rookie contract and hit on that for the defensive side of the ball, I say you stay put and stand pat, and that's why I don't think they're going to go and shoot the moon for Max Crosby.
By the way, Chris had written F them picks. Season is back, but I'm on Disney Plus and I'm on my best behavior. And anybody who knows me knows that I have a foul mouth, so I got nervous with that.
F plus. So that's where you were he spelled it SZN.
SZN, and I was just thinking like,
what does that mean?
Triple banger. I'm like, I looked it up and I was like, oh God, you are so late.
Right. Okay. Very good.
That was great. It's a good moment for the kid. Brees was franchised by the Jets, and Walker, we talked about him a couple segments ago, is set to hit the free agency. What's more likely? Which is the running back you'd rather have in fantasy in 2026, Brees Hall or Kenneth Walker?
Oh, he knows the answer to this question. Why would he put me in this position?
Because he likes to put you in positions.
No, Brees Hall.
It's a dig.
Brees Hall does it all. Brees Hall's a 3-down back. I mean, Zach Charbonnet had 12 touchdowns. He asked about fantasy. I mean, Zach Charbonnet had 12 touchdowns, while Kenneth Walker III had a terrific season in his own right and won Super Bowl MVP. And I'll be honest with you, he made the most of his opportunity. If Zach Charbonnet was healthy, do you think Kenneth Walker III would have had all those snaps in the Super Bowl? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't mean to congratulate one while denigrating the other. Okay, I'm not a hater. But Brees Hall is the answer to that question. Although, if Kenneth Walker III winds up in Kansas City, that would be quite the development. But I'll still go Brees Hall in this run.
Their stats were really similar last year. Brees had 1,065 yards rushing. Right. Ken had 1,027.
Now, what about the receiving?
The receiving is a little.
It's now more lopsided in Brees Hall's favor. Now, if you look at his receiving yards coming out of the backfield, I would proffer to say that takes care of business on the fantasy front. I don't know if you got that information over there.
He had 36. This is Brees Hall for 350 and a touchdown.
Right. And what about Kenneth Walker? I bet you need to really scroll down to find him right there.
Walker, he had, hold please.
I'm holding.
Receiving. Oh, yeah. He had 31 catches for 282.
Okay.
No tutties.
All right. You can go high register. What else you got over there, Suze? What's next?
All right, well, let's talk about Stephon Diggs. All right,
okay.
So obviously released by the Patriots this week. Is it more likely that the Patriots sign Alec Pierce in free agency or trade for A.J. Brown?
Wow. Man. I'll go signing Alec Pierce.
They're saying Alec Pierce is going to get a 20 I heard that $30 million.
I wish there was. I wish I had a GoPro on your look of your face there.
It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
Man.
Yeah. I'll go signing Alec Pierce. I'll say that. That's more likely than trading. It's money. Well, one thing's money. The other's draft capital. And I understand draft capital is isn't costful in terms of salary cap. But I think it's viewed as more cherished than the actual money that's out the door. And I know I'm talking about billionaires spending money, and they're as tight-fisted as anybody else. But I just don't know. I just don't think the Eagles are interested in trading A.J. Brown. They're just not. Unless he's doing something behind the scenes that we have no idea. They're going to hold on to him. And they're going to have him, and he's 28. He's one of the best in the business. Why would you trade that guy?
Unless you're worried about something in the locker room.
I don't think there's anything in the locker room to worry about. How does that sound?
I'd take him in the Patriots locker room.
I know you would. And he's more proven out than Alec Pierce, but Yeah, giving Alec Pierce $30 million a year like he's DK Metcalf.
Now, here's something.
That's something.
Here's something weird, though.
Yeah.
Alec Pierce and A.J. Brown both had 1,003 yards receiving last year. A.J. Brown did it on 78 catches. Alec Pierce only had 47.
I know. He was a chunk play guy. He was a deep threat guy, and then deep threat. And he also had a down year. So, I think the Eagles don't trade him, and I think the Patriots will give it a shot over the weekend, and if not, they'll pay Alec Pierce money. What else?
With Kyler Murray being set to be released and Aaron Rodgers saying there's no progressive talks with the Steelers yet about 26, who's more likely to be a Week 1 starting quarterback, Kyler Murray or Aaron Rodgers?
Oh, I'll go Aaron Rodgers. They both. Again, I'm. It's always dangerous to assume anything with Aaron Rodgers or speak for him about what I think his mindset is. I think few things piss him off more, so I tread lightly.
He said his.
But as much as he's friends with Pat, he showed up on Pat's show because he had a platform. He was able to say some things he wanted to get off his chest, and so, or he was willing to do it now. And him, the way I heard him talk about the contract, makes it sound like, hey, don't talk to me about timelines when there's no contract on the table. So, and at one point he said, I think he was, you can look it up right here because I get the transcripts sent to me when he talked about his getting the contract sent to him, that you take a look at his statement. And he was basically saying along the lines that he's ready for it and interested in what the conversations will be. He said, quote unquote, there hasn't been any deadline set on me. There hasn't been any contract floated in front of me for me to say, well, we're giving you to March 8th to make a decision on this contract. There's been nothing to that respect. Interested in what the conversations will be, but there hasn't been any progression when it comes to that. That's a message. Like, you want a timeline? Okay, well, give me something to timeline. The fact that they haven't is kind of mysterious. And Kyler Murray, again, if he's going to have to compete with J.J. McCarthy, I kind of think he beats J.J. out because he's Kyler Murray with tons of experience. And I don't know. Is it really going to come down to ditching J.J. McCarthy based on how things have gone inside the building?